Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Bensday with Batgirl Ben. And I am here with Ben Lesnick himself, who is about ready to jump on a plane and fly off to Terra?
Close, Maryland.
Maryland. That's pretty awesome.
Terra adjacent.
Yeah, you guys have had a pretty eventful time since I talked to you last. I mean, between me doing finals and you setting up for the live stream, we haven't had a chance to connect.
Yeah, I apologize. It has been crazy here these last few weeks.
Me too.
That time of year, God, the holidays really came up on us, didn't they? Thank you, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, they always come up on me because it's the last 2 years, it's midterms, Black Friday, or Thanksgiving to everybody else, but when you're in retail, you don't get that. And then finals, and then Christmas, and everything just slips through your fingers. Thankfully, I got into the early access for the 2.6. I mean, well, when I could play, but you guys had a pretty big event yourself at one point.
We did. That's true.
No, so I'm not saying anything about it because I did not watch it because I was working.
Oh, it was not so good.
Yeah.
Not our best showing, but we'll do better. It's name of the game is figuring out what we did wrong and fixing it.
I mean the parts that I saw seemed fine. I saw Jared and was it Tyler? Jared and Tyler talking, and the Team USA and Team Europe fighting each other.
Yeah.
That was all right.
A lot of stuff really did work well, and the Vandal ship stuff was really cool. It was good to see Chris and Tony chat, but we had some big technical problems. It's funny because we've done a massive upgrade to the tech behind this stuff, and sometimes it takes a little while to catch up to that.
What was the hardest part getting ready for that? I mean, you had so many things that came up all at once. You had the monthly report, correct?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Okay, go on.
No, that's
I'm saying you had monthly report, you had the live stream, you had the release of 2.6, and you had a jump point in between or coming out. Maybe is that this week? Is that last week?
That was last week, same day.
It was last week.
Yep.
So a lot of things go on. So what parts of it were you involved with besides all of it and getting yelled at?
No, I didn't do much with the live stream. I was on camera a bit to talk about some of the sales stuff, but for the most part, I was on the monthly report and jump point and the web stuff.
Well, I did my video being a little bit upset about things beforehand, and I started playing.
And now you're really upset.
No. I live streamed with Sophie Girl the day that it came out, and I absolutely hate FPS because I stink at it.
I'm the same way.
But I was playing it and I started liking it. It started to remind me of kind of like Unreal Tournament, maybe. I don't know. I had fun with it.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad we finally have it out there for folks. That really saved the day after the live stream was actually getting the PTU candidate out there.
Well, I guess what people have to give a little bit of, be a little bit more lenient on you guys, a little bit, because it is still alpha and it is still getting betas out that aren't going to work because it is a beta release of an alpha. So
I mean, people should absolutely criticize us. I mean, it helps us. It's never fun, but we would not be where we are if we weren't listening to people and taking their thoughts into account.
I was, I have a different experience than I expected, and then I talked about in my State of the Game last week, and I'm pretty hopeful that things are going to be starting to move forward in a little bit quicker pace, I hope, in 2017. Isn't that when the world is supposed to blow up, according to Billy Joel? It was like Miami 2017? No.
I think you must be a bigger Billy Joel fan than I am. I don't know that reference.
I grew up on Long Island. It was hard not to be. So we got 3 new flyable ships with this one.
Eight new flyable ships.
8? Oh, well, no. 3 new flyable ships. I don't count variants.
Yeah, okay. Five variants and 3 totally new ships.
three totally new ships. The variants are pretty awesome. I have to say, I have two of them. I have the Wildfire, and I have the Saber Comet, and I love I absolutely love the Comet. I think it is phenomenal. But the ship that surprised me the most, I took the Herald into a Vandal Swarm, and although it's not a great fighter, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's a great ship.
It's an interesting experience.
Yeah, they did a great job on it, and I think for what that ship is made for, I think they nailed it.
I'll tell you which one my least favorite is, the Gladius Valiant.
Oh.
Just because the word Valiant sounds exactly like Variant. I have mixed them up about 300 times since we introduced that.
All right. Now, I was hopeful that you were going to call it the Typhoon, but does that mean that you might be reserving that name for some kind of a spacecraft in the future?
I think we would need like a multi-role fighter or something would be good for a Typhoon. You want to throw references to other countries' stuff, and the Typhoon is certainly ubiquitous.
Typhoon was a tank buster. That thing was awesome. So I hope that you guys bring that out some days. And, of course, the Hurricane is coming soon, right?
The what?
Yeah. You know, I'm going to keep pestering you about it until it comes out, and then I'll look at it and go, yeah, I'll buy it. So our first question is going to come from Benny Blank. He wants to know, why is the default skin for the Caterpillar a Kovalex branded one, and are there plans for the green and gray skin from the later concept images to be put up for sale or otherwise offered in some way?
There will be some additional skins. I don't know why they chose the Kovalex as the final one, but it'll be an easy thing to change in the not too distant future.
Well, the lure is in there already, right? Kovalex Shipping Hub.
Yeah. Looks cool.
Oh, that was the other ship. Oh my god. I was like, all right, I got a Caterpillar just because I need a big ship and I like Drake. And then I got lost on it. And I was like, all right, there could be some changes, but I absolutely think it's an amazing... I mean, they nailed it. They really nailed that one too. I mean, there are ships I don't like. This is one I do like.
Oh, that was the other thing I did for the live stream. I did the original script for the gameplay thing where they chase down the Caterpillar and it's full of Big Benny's machines. But then smarter people actually did the real work. So.
That would be awesome. Are there going to be plans for people to buy Big Benny's vending machines in the future?
But I don't know about buy. That seems like a weird thing to sell.
Hanger flare.
We have 5 T-shirts and 2 handguns and a vending machine in our store. But I will say there will be improvements to them. In the earlier builds where you would crouch down and detach the machine, from the thing everybody was doing.
Putting it into their ship and trying to steal it. Okay.
Yeah, and of course the problem was it would disappear because it wasn't synced as an item.
Or it would blow up your ship.
So we fixed that. The vending machines now persist, so everybody should be able to see them when you physics them into your ships.
All right, but I think that would be a great hanger flare. I'm gonna have to. Where is your wife? I need to talk to her.
She's already on vacation. I'm the last one left here.
Oh boy, and you stayed for me?
No.
Okay, that's good. If you said yes, I would have been upset.
I'm here working on 2.6 release stuff, and we got a video shoot with VIP this afternoon. So all sorts of crazy stuff.
All right, so let's get us going then. So from Kaiser Solo, please ask Ben what he thinks about the new Cutlass, especially after the trouble. It had a troubled post?
I don't know that. Oh, troubled past. Probably.
Troubled past? Oh, past. Thank you.
I think it's coming together really well. I like my spaceships chunkier, so...
Chunkier.
It's definitely gained some weight, so hooray. I'm the thing that will make me happiest for the Cutlass is to see Cutlass pilots happy, and I hope this will do it.
Okay. I'm liking it. I mean, I can't say that I am a fan, like an absolute fan of the Cutlass, but I like the upgrade. The upgrade or the updates that they're doing to it look pretty cool.
Yeah, in my personal life, I'm not a huge Drake person. I think if I were coming at this as a backer, it wouldn't be my company. I understand why it is the company for lots of other people, but I'm more of a MISC guy. Those smooth lines.
And that beautiful racer.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
I didn't get one. I'm so broke this Christmas. I had to pass on it, so I'll have to pick it up in another way.
I'm sure we'll bring it back sometime.
Or maybe Santa will deliver it to my hangar. Who knows? No, I have ways to get it, but I'll figure it out. When does it go off sale? Next week?
Yeah, Monday, I think.
Monday, so the 26th. All right, so Frymaster says, he says, will there be a 2 point... In other words, we had a manual before. Is the flight manual being updated?
Excuse me, I was just talking to David Ladyman today about that. We're not doing an update for 2.6, but we were setting up our plans for the 3.01. So.
Yeah, I guess that would make more sense. Why spend all that time on something that's going to change again in just a few months?
Yeah, I really had wanted to do a bespoke Star Marine manual, kind of in the style of the old printouts you'd get with Doom, but it just didn't come through. So.
Yeah, I wish, but I'm still waiting for that release of Squadron 42 to get that. I'm hoping that you guys do something like the Tiger's Claw. Yeah,
absolutely the claw marks. Yeah, that
claw marks. I'm waiting to see when that comes.
That one's already well in the works.
Good, because that's something. I mean, thankfully, thank you, Dr. Jeffrey, for getting that original Wing Commander signed by Chris for me. But that brought that back to me, and I love that thing. This is from Zeus Anaxia. Since 3.0 will bring cargo mechanics and all that comes with that, hauling, trading, piloting, escorting, will we be able to transfer Alpha UEC from player to player?
Yes, that should all be part of the economy stuff.
Okay. Okay.
With whatever restrictions they do for balance, you can't transfer all your money to another bank account without some government fee or something. I'm sure they'll have a reasonable system for it.
Yeah, and that's one of the systems that Tony Z's group is working on, correct?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to pull that trigger in 2017 to try to talk to him for 1 or 2 times. We got Brian in 2017. Can't wait for that. Storecraft. I guess it was like StarCraft. Storecraft. Wait, that is... This is a whole thread. Question. Shouldn't it be Titan in the Avenger Startage package? So shouldn't it be the Titan in the Avenger Starter package? Then you can always upgrade to a Stalker. Hard to downgrade, even if personally... Wait, this is talking about downgrades and stuff. I want to ask you about that, okay? Then we'll ask you his question. A while ago, CCU upgrades were promised and CCU downgrades were promised. Is CCU downgrade still in the works?
I don't believe we're going to be able to do that. The system, it just has not worked out.
It has not worked out?
I've said that a couple times, and it never sticks. Everybody always remembers that we talked about wanting to do them, but no, I don't think downgrades are... We're getting so close to it not mattering at all because it'll all be in the game. So I don't think it's happening.
Now, when 3.0 comes out, is that when you guys start the unmelting? Or is that going to be more when the game is going live?
It's not going to be the point where we say, oh, you can't melt things, you can't buy things anymore. But it is, if it's not that specific point, it's getting very close to the point where there's an in-game economy where you purchase ships with credits you earn and you sell your ships to ship dealers and all that. So this is the fact that we're getting close to that.
And that's something I probably have to ask Tony about, because at that point it's going to be, well, that isn't Tony's question. I mean, at some point you guys are going to have to decide how purchasing UEC works in the real game when the real game gets closer, right?
Yeah.
And what those limits are going to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As for the person's question, the answer is yes, that does make sense, but it's just not how it fell in time, because we introduced the more expensive Avenger first. The Titan was developed later, so the packages already existed by the time we'd introduced the Titan.
Yeah, that does make sense. It does make sense. And
we also kind of had this idea for some of the ships, the Titan and the cheapo constellation, the Tarsus. Is Taurus?
Taurus.
Constellation Taurus. We wanted to do this thing where that's not the base model the company made. It's a cheaper one. The inspiration was remember the iPhone 5C, the colorful ones that were plastic instead of glass. So we wanted to do kind of a Star Citizen's version of that, where now everybody can buy a constellation that's just plastic instead of...
Fine, you're going to bring up things I can't comment on. So Notable Joe wants to know, you mentioned that you guys would make the Reliant a permanent part of the store since it is a starter ship. Is that still?
Yes, that needs to happen. We've got a store revamp in the works, and we'll make a bunch of the changes like that and some of the ship assignments for loaners early in the new year.
All right, and his second question is, a great deal of the angst about Star Citizen seems to be around the thought that there's just no way CIG can solve all of the problems required to make the game work. Would it be possible to put up a design document or fact that addresses, at least at high level, the major hurdles? Not the weekly hurdles, the major ones.
Well, I mean, the big thing with that is it's hard to disprove every theory somebody comes up with, you know.
This is a supporter of yours, by the way.
No, I totally get it. But it's just the idea that fans, everybody has sort of these dark imaginings. Oh, this is going to screw us up. This is going to screw us up. This is going to screw us up. And for the most part, it's often nothing that matters at all to, you know, we have our challenges and we think we can solve pretty much everything. We look at, you know, I'll see people, oh, you're never going to have this kind of concurrency. You're never going to have this tech thing, this tech thing, this tech thing. And I say, oh, well, that stuff we figured out a long time ago. The stuff that comes back to hit us is when nobody has any idea. It's when we put out a module and we say, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't work, or this isn't fun. It's the stuff you don't see coming.
Okay. Now this next question is from Test. And I don't know where they got this from because I thought I knew a lot more than some people, not more than most people, but some. But before I ask this question, what's a Vandal Stinger?
It's a Vandal something.
But they know about it and I don't? Will we ever see the Vandal Asperia Stinger go on concept sale? There are many of us in Test that would jump on it. It looks like a great ship! !
No, I'll say no plans for that right now.
Now I
think we wrote it as an option into the lore, but I don't think it'll be no new Vandal ship from it.
Yeah. Will we see another consolidated Outland ship in 2017? I mean, Silas Coarner needs to get something else on that line.
Possibly. We're going back and forth on an idea for a CO ship. It's not one of the couple that we have happening right now. You know, there's a couple that are in different stages of concept, but I would like to do one. We just have to figure out how and when.
You talked about like the Connie alternative.
Yeah, it feels like he would. I mean, you know, he's really targeting RSI with trying to disrupt the starter ship and their reputation as this company that introduces spaceflight to people. So I could see him going after the single family spaceship.
So is he more like Donald Trump or Richard Branson?
Branson, right? Much more like Richard Branson.
Okay, so he really has that extravagant stuff that he wants to do.
Mm.
Okay. And I think we're going to do this one. Oh boy, I got more people asking me to remind you about ships that they've won. So should I just do a ticket?
So send me an email and I'll get them done.
All right, I'll send you an email because it goes back to many of the ships, but I will do that.
All right.
If you search my name in your email, you'll find like 5. All right, do we know if, this is from Uzimo. Do we know if the coming site update will make using the My Hangar selection easy to navigate and sort? I have so many CCUs and pages in my hangar, I can never easily find which ships CCUs have my money in or what I own without a lot of time searching. I guess I need to get...
Really turbulent on that one. Yeah, I have not seen the mock-up for the update yet for that, so I can't say one way or the other.
That's not going to matter at some point, right?
It is another one that's not going to matter long-term because it's all going in-game.
And I'm going to go with the last question being one that Eris, Vandal Veronica, said was excellent. We'll see what this says. What happens if I land on a platform, like the one shown in the CitizenCon demo, log off and tell my friend to meet me there? My friend lands on the same platform, and after I log back in, where will my ship spawn?
Your ship will spawn on a different platform.
Because
because there'll be something else.
There'll be something on top of it, right? And that was from the Euros. Ben, I know that you've got a lot of work to do. You need to get going, and it's Christmas time. So,
It is.
you know, Batcat chewed off my little boa, but with Christmas time, we got to say Merry Christmas.
All right.
Now, I just wanted to say thank you very much for everything that you've done for me and the rest of the community this year. And I hope that you have a very healthy and happy New Year.
It should be. It's going to be really good to finally have a break. But thank you for all your support. And thanks to the community, an incredible group of people. It was a really tough year personally, and I think for everybody. The community's been so good to me. I can't thank them enough. So thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays, everybody else. Happy everything.
Happy everything.
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa.
Yes.
Festivus for the rest of us. But thank you, Ben. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully next year we'll be seeing you. You talked a little bit about DragonCon. Will that be you coming to Atlanta?
I will be in Atlanta this year.
All right, good. Then we will talk about that early next year.
And we want to do big things, so I'm going to be tapping you for sort of some local Star Citizen stuff.
Well, we have to do one thing. If you're coming to DragonCon, we have to figure out a way. We have to figure out a way to do a costume contest.
I think we need to get Star Citizen backers in the parade, really.
Oh, shit. Excuse my language. All right. We'll figure that out. I'll see what I can do. We'll start mustering that. We have the Atlanta Gamers Guild and quite a number of different Atlanta Star Citizen groups that we could start tapping to see how we can get that done.
Good. It's going to be good.
Good. Thank you. And you have a great Christmas, a safe flight, and please give Alexis all our love, and everything that we said to you definitely goes for her too. Okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.